Why, hello everyone. Welcome back to another fantastic video by me, Fortitude Fence here. As you can see, I'm doing something a little bit different these days, and that's been playing a lot of KDA lately. Um, so I know how you guys have seen like the 5E, 8th US, and then like 7th Panzer, and like 35th US, I think I've shown off with regards to like the tank platoon strat, where you start off with the a tank platoon. So I thought I would give it a whirl with KDA because their tanks aren't actually that bad, to be honest with you. Like once I look at these stats here, like this is kind of a juicy unit right here. So I kind of wanted to test out, see how it would play. I've never really actually like tried playing KDA. So this is like one of my first games I played with it. We just got the KDA and then the Alpha here. And then I'm going to start with the Maluka P and then an OSA, and then two SPG-9s, some military police unit right there, and then some KDA, and then a book. So kind of like a decent amount of AA, just the OSA and the book. We'll go over here to Dark Neutron. I haven't played him in like a long while, I think. I used to play him like a lot back in the day. He's starting off with two Stingers, a Chaparral, and a Command Tank, and then a Bradley, and some snipers. Something you don't really see very often is 50 cals. He's starting off with like a 50 cal unit. Something for third. It's kind of interesting. He's also got Fire Team Law. He's got a very infantry-oriented deck, I would say. But we'll try to show here what I'm doing here. So I'm just pretty much going straight for this point here. Classic Black Forest, you know, it all fucking plays into like one zone. He's doing a more of a wider play style here, but yeah, nobody's going for Charlie. So with regards to playing like KDA these days, I've noticed a lot lately that they're kind of easy to like chopper rush. So it's kind of hard to like recon deploy very hard. And like all their recon, it kind of sucks. Like they don't get any exceptional optics, and like the recon tab itself is really expensive. But not having a very good time with it lately. What am I gonna buy here? Yeah, just some more Flame, Conquers, Mortar, and then another Maluka P. My idea was to shove like the Maluka P over here, and I could like shoot anybody that tries to sneak through here, and then tries to like rush down here. And then the SPG Giants just to hold off like any energy pushes, because they're really good in close range, and they'll mess up Bradley pretty hard. But as you can see here, we're not doing the standard. Everyone just rushes for Bravo at the start and fights for Bravo, and then whoever wins that wins the game in the first 5 minutes. We're actually doing something a little bit different here for once, which was like shocking to me. And that's the 50-50 play here, but yeah. Excellent defensive positions here. I don't know about clumping all these infantry up together like that, but whatever. But he's got a F4E Phantom 2 out here. Just gonna provide some air support. I currently can't like see jack shit because I don't have any like motorized like recon. It takes me forever to like walk my recon forward, so I'm just kind of like hanging out here, just kind of waiting. Just gonna keep buying some more T62s. These are the shit variant ones because they got that ERI and they got the 11th armor. This one's got 14. So I'm pretty certain these things die to like one shot in the front armor from like a TOW2. So they're not that great, but they still have the Bastion and HEGM. But yeah, I moved up here and now I sort of start realizing what's going on here. I'm gonna move my T62s over into a firing line so I can ideally gang up on this Abrams tank. I don't think he can see me moving up. The Abrams, it takes like 2 shots, I think, to kill a T62. So I gotta be careful with regards to microing them and paying attention to which one's like being engaged. But we just gotta quickly gang up on it and close down with the range. Yeah, these things, yeah. The Bastion's a bit OP a little bit, not gonna lie. He's constantly able to see my stuff firing from these buildings, so I assume he's got like recon over here, but I'll have a hard time like scuffing it out. The reason I like starting off with the MP is because these tanks, they got such a low rate of fire that I ideally like to keep them next to my tanks if I'm doing like a tank engagement. Yeah, I overextend with my conkers. Yeah. Yeah, I tried to go in for that Apache, but I just overextend for it, and that's not ideal. Currently, though, we got a bunch of tanks engaging here. I just, what do we got here, like 9 tanks? Going up against 2 Abrams. I tried to fast move down this road as quick as I can to just try and catch him out from the 2 flanks here. So now I've got him on the run pretty good. Unfortunately, because of the speed and whatnot, my tanks are a lot slower, so it's a bit harder for me to chase down, especially if I'm not just fast moving down a road. T-62s are also some of the worst autonomy. Like they don't go very far, especially like off-road and in forests. They run out of fuel so bloody quickly. What's this one? Yeah, this one's like 8 more kilometers. That's like a wild difference. But yeah, we're just kind of keep moving forward here with the tanks. I unfortunately lose one to a side shot from the Engineer Dragon. Like I was saying, this division sucks with like very poor recon. So I gotta play like relatively conservative, you know? He's just gonna pull back his tanks and heal up. He's gonna bring out an HA now, which is a bit of a pickle. He'll bring the Apache ATGM up again, but I'm just gonna try to dive for it again. I absolutely hate Apaches. There's not really a whole lot I can do about it. I unfortunately lose another fighter, so I think that's like 3 fighters lost for me trying to kill one Apache. Not the best way to go about it, but we got 7 tanks here left. I try to push into here, but there's a lot there. I changed my mind about that. My big thing right now is basically getting all these tanks refilled up because they're all out of fuel, and I just want to get them out of line of sight so you can't see them all and just cluster them with the M270. But we're just gonna spam out the Abrams to counter my tank blob here. So what, we got like 5 Abrams tank. That's a bit wild, not gonna lie. And then, yeah, I try to push over here a little bit, but then I see the Abrams, and it's like, ooh, no. So I'm a bit glad that I didn't, like, try to overextend into building up a defense. You'll see me just, slowly buy up more Malyukas and Conquerors. These things are really good. I really like these units. Their missiles are, like, relatively fast these days. They're kind of, like, decent. It's got good stealth, though, and the big thing is it's got 18 missiles. So you never, ever have to worry about, like, resupplying them. And because of their autonomy, like you just don't ever have to resupply them. It's a fantastic unit. I think it's much better than the Conqueror's EGM thing, because it's got longer range and whatnot. So yeah, we're moving into position here, but it's not going so well. I get him with the side flank of Malyukas, and he doesn't actually have any recon on this flank here, so he can't. You can't see them, actually. And the big thing about the Malyukas, even though it's 3 less pen than the Conquerors, the suppression is relatively the same, and that's really the big difference maker in his engagements. It's just like suppressing and like pinning and stunning, because now these tanks are like combat ineffective for a long while here. I'm just gonna keep spamming out more Conquerors, because he just got some more tanks. He's gonna keep buying more tanks. It's gonna put me on a bit of a pickle situation. I also realized finally that I should probably go and cap this now, because nobody's been taking it for like the last 15 minutes. Would have put me in quite an uphill battle, but we're doing all right here. we'll go ahead and pause it here. We'll talk about some operational stuff. So I got these mortars, right? So my thought process here is to go ahead and just smoke off like HEGMs from this position, and then smoke off any engineers you got in here, and then the stupid ass church over here. Just try to smoke off the church, because I'm taking like literally all of my shit right here, and we're gonna go over here. Because I'm getting pretty tired. I can't fight Abrams tanks like blob v blob out in the open. Like it's just not gonna go well. So I kind of gotta just hunker down with the Conquerors and switch into a game of maneuver. And that'll become pretty apparent here pretty soon. When he gets back into here, I left this tank behind because it's out of fuel. Got some recon in some great spots. And then, yeah, this is just ain't really able to fire and to cope. He's trying to bring up, like, an Abrams tank here to, like, try to head off my push, because he realizes, ooh.
Enemy's all ammo spent.
That's pretty fun. Although, I unfortunately get my, my recon scouted. Like, these things, they fire missiles so quick, like, it's already, like... fired 6 missiles. They'll just fire missiles non-stop, and they got like a salvo length of 6. So even though like they dumped the missile, they just keep firing. So this maneuver over here went pretty well, and I noticed like there's nothing really over here. So you'll see what I want to do in a second here about over that. Got some injured tanks and whatnot. And then, yeah, just the Conquerors, so he can't just steamroll me with the Abrams tanks while I do this maneuver. But like I was saying, because I know that there's nothing over here, and that like the bulk of his force is like over here, I'm just kind of trying to get in through the back here. He doesn't move the second Abrams tanks from... He had one over here. Yeah, he had one right there. He didn't move that over, even though he... I don't know why you wouldn't suspect me to do this maneuver right here. Because I'm pretty much just bum rushing him into the back here. I got a Pioneer unit killed, but that's alright. I just really need the ground. Get another Pioneer unit killed, but we're taking up positions, we're taking ground, we're getting on in there. I just gotta bring the command tank around. Buddy is just still eating like... oh shit! I didn't see that one. He's eating HEGMs, gets side shot, and just gets tapped right there. Because of this this battle over here, he's gonna switch into just trying to move this command tank into here, and unfortunately that one also gets side shot pretty hard. The guy just can't see anything.
Be careful.
So, unfortunately, he kind of just loses this. Yeah. And then the game's gonna end here. He's decided he's had enough. I lost my OSO over here. I was being a bit too aggressive, pushing up my AA before, like, my tanks and whatnot, my infantry. I always forget that AA has a higher dangerousness, so enemy units will automatically target that first. But, yeah, and then I used the smoke mortars here to try and cover off like any line of sight, so we can't just try to like move a tank up and just start to shoot at me. Now he's got to use like infantry to push forward, and he can't just use the rocket choppers to counter my attack here because he can't see them through the smoke. Which I guess is why he quit, because I didn't even notice he bought in 3 more Cobras, but that's not really gonna help him here. But yeah, anyway. That was one of my first games with KDA. My first game actually was like against Yuki Pop, and that went like absolutely terrible. I think I was playing against like 39Y and just got like absolutely demolished after like the first 10 minutes. But yeah, I like KDA. It's pretty fun. Hopefully that was kind of like an interesting game. It was relatively quick. Killed an Abrams. So we killed 3 Abrams tanks. How many tanks did we lose? We lost, or I should say I lost. I lost 2 tanks? I lost 2 tanks. And 3 planes. So that's pretty good. Pretty decent. I noticed that KDA, its air presence kind of like really sucks. I was still changing my deck at this time and trying to figure out like what's the optimum way to play it. I think I've settled on a really nice deck of it now though, and I don't think I can see myself making any changes. But anyway though, hope you guys enjoyed that. Yeah,